Well, all right, in my endeavor to get on before 2 a.m., let me go over here and get Rumble up and running. Get past the Rumble pre-roll, which I still have had time to change. There we go. Okay. How's it going? Yeah, I'm shocking a lot of people when I keep getting on early like this. Well, yeah, and we'll see how long that lasts. I keep getting messages about wanting me to do earlier, but I do much better on here later. Not being a wiener, but my views are about 10 times if I go on at 3 a.m. Weird as hell. All right, but we are going to talk a little bit about the ICE attack this morning. I did a short on it, talking about it while the news is coming out a little bit. And, oh my gosh, this guy, hang on here. I dropped these. It's yet another Democrat shooting. Democrats are just, I'm sorry, this both sides thing is done. It's dusted. It's put away. It's over. You cannot do both sides. Every time somebody tells you both sides, you know they are talking out of both sides of their ass easily. And let me mute this. I don't need to have this on anymore. The other person I normally have to worry about is being covered right now. There we go. I know Salty Cracker will be on later, but I'm not trying to compete with anybody. I'm just me. Welcome, by the way, to LYONCAST. My name is Kylie. How's it going? But the ICE attack. Democrats are definitely talking on both sides of their ass, and the leftist media is still out there, still trying to say, it's both sides. We need to turn down the heat and the rhetoric. Dude, your side's going out shooting people. I was on Reddit earlier. Oh, yeah, I go over there. And these dinguses on there were, oh my God, the frothing. They just have to stay, make up stuff to keep their frothing base going. I'm like, dude, it's your frothing base. Yeah, I comment on there, boy, you get lambasted for a simple statement like, no, it's your frothing base that is going around shooting people. And I always say, push back, guys. Anytime somebody tries to attack you and tell you it is both sides, or, oh, J6, always push back with, hey, how about the whole summer of riots, of lefty riots? How about Ferguson? How about the insurrection on the White House? May 28th, 29th? No. So you're done. All this crap going on right now is leftist. And here we go again. Even guys and for a Democrat, Harold Ford Jr. is pretty level. He is one of those Democrats I personally say you could work with in Congress. But Harold is still dishonest. He's still on the 5 a couple days ago. Well, the violence is both sides. We both need to tamp it down. When one side is going around for 11 years, racist, misogynist, Nazi, Trump's, cock pocket, stuff like that. Sitting there, it's okay to punch a Nazi, it's okay to attack Nazis. Oh, by the way, these are the Nazis. You have programmed people, and I've ad nauseumed about this. People who've been on my streams are probably tired of hearing this. Half these shooters, look at the ages. 22, 23 years old. This Trump derangement crap has been going on for 11, almost 12 years. These people are between 10 and 13 years old, are now in their low to mid 20s. This has been programmed into them. Go watch A Clockwork Orange, then add 11 years of programming on. It is nutso. Jimmy, what's up, man? Trying to compete with you, not to compete with your hero, Tim. I don't care. If I'm on across somebody, I don't care. Nope. I'm not trying to not compete against anybody, because how am I ever going to compete with Tim Pool? Good luck. So yeah, and I don't even care if I compete with Salty Cracker. There's no way I can compete with a guy that good. It's just I had a few people that were pretty stout with being on my channel a lot when I did my streams, but they liked Salties. I tried to be nice, but you know what? It just, let them do their stuff. I'll do mine, and if my channel goes somewhere, it does. If it does, it doesn't. I'll still talk. I think you should go to Reddit. If you get put on a watch list going there, well, that's fine because then they'll see my comments. I'll get off that watch list right away. My comments are pretty level. My comments are a lot of times turning people into the Reddit censors on there or the moderators. Standard things. I will read through stuff and I'll make one common sense short comment. And woof! Oh my God! It's a maggot! You're violent! You're violent! I'm like, dude, I just pointed out it's your side shooting. And they go nuts. Andrew L., what's up, man? Camera and DM audio not synced up. If it is, on my screen it looks pretty good. I mean, yeah, mine's pretty good. If you can refresh, I'm looking here. Let me. You guys might hear a little sound in the background. Hang on. Refresh. Okay, that is off. That is off. Okay, well, ain't much I can do about it. You can try refreshing, but it might be me. It might be my software because, oh yeah, my computer had to run updates. I can stop my stream and try coming back, but on my screen, it's good. So let me see. Is that muted? Okay, that's mute. So let me take a look here. Let me see. Oh, it's off. Yeah, it's off on YouTube. Let me go check Rumble. See what Rumble shows. Well, I can't unmute Rumble. It won't let me for some reason. Hang on. There we go. Sorry, I'm trying to see if Rumble's doing it too. See if Rumble's doing it. See what Rumble shows. Rumble's off too. Okay, so my software do something stupid. I don't know if I can try coming back in. Yeah, it's up to you guys. I can try just off in the stream and then try coming back. I'll bet it'd be just fine if I did that. It's the software for did something stupid. It's the streaming software. So you guys can let me know if you want me to offline it and come back. I can try. I can try refreshing the studio. Don't know what that'll do, but I don't know if that would help or not. If I go offline here, I'll be back. I'm going to try refreshing studio. There. I don't know if that did any good at all, guys. Let me know if that did any good. I doubt it. I'm going to bet it's my software, and I would have to stop and then restart. All right. Not sure. No, thank you for letting me know, though, Andrew, because on my screen, everything's lined up perfectly. Just like everything else they do, somehow we don't know what the motive is. Yeah, exactly. Don't know what the motive is. Ridiculous. Yeah, and it's another guy, Rich Discoveries, who now this new leftist bullet porn, I'm going to call it, prawn, sorry, he doesn't say that word on YouTube, of scribbling crap into your bullets, into your shell casings. Sorry, somebody's going to get mad at me. That's not the bullet, you dummy. Thought you liked firearms. Yeah, I understand. It's colloquial, what we use. Bullet means the whole... No, it's the shell casing. I get it. Hey, Connie, what's up? You don't vote SME, Scottish National Party. You're from support. Yeah. Oh, Andrew, it's going on everywhere, buddy. It's not just in America. The left is going nuts everywhere. Even though your right is pretty close to our left. Like a half second. Okay, just go through it. Okay, so anybody that watches this, sorry, everything's off. It's a software problem, and I don't know if I can offline and then restart really quick, if that would work. That's my only option, is go bloop, bloop, and see if it would come right back. And see if it would level itself. So if it bugs you too much, let me know, and I will try the bloop, 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 and see if it comes back. It may get frisky. So, yeah. But yeah, the motive. We don't know what the motive is. Yeah, he scribbled anti-ice on the shell casing. Come on. And they're still trying to distance themselves from this, and still out there trying to trot out the violence is on both sides. Even though MSNBC was honest and said this seems like a leftist Terry attack. They admitted it's kind of a leftist. It's like, ooh, when even MSNBC can't run away from it anymore. Oh crap. Brainwashed into generations. It's only worth voting one party doesn't matter. Yeah. Yeah, in our country, Andrew, they've definitely brainwashed people into the TDS, into the hatred, into, hey, this is the Trump peoples. Anybody that supports the Trump people, whether it's a right-leaning person, conservative, a moderate, a centrist, if you support Trump, use the Nazis. And you know what's okay to do stuff to Nazis? In fact, that's self-defense. That's also the crap where I've been hammering about words hurt. Words are violence. Well, that just means if somebody uses words you don't like, that's violence, so you can use violence. And the Charlie Kirk thing was just a green light. For Scotland, it's more. Here's the National Party. We want independence. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everything is England's fault. Yeah, well, they not be far off, Andrew. Not politically motivated. Yeah, okay, I agree, Bunny. The thing is, a lot of these people, we'll get into it here in a minute, but let me know if this is still bugging you, and I will try to bloop offline and restart the stream, at least on YouTube. On Rumble, I don't really care if it's off on Rumble. Sorry, Rumble people. I really don't care if it's off on Rumble. So, yeah. But if it does bug you before we go into it, I will. Like I said, you give me a thumbs up in the chat to keep going. Thumbs down to try and bloop. See if I can do a quick restart, offline restart. I think it'll do that. And see if it'll level itself. Other than that, we'll sally forth after this here a little bit. Sorry, watching Army of Darkness. While I wait for you guys to answer that, a lot of these lefties are people that normally we would have put in asylums. Now, I don't know over in Andrew's part of the world. Here in America, and I'm going to blame Ronald Reagan for this crap right away. Ronald effing Reagan he said one thing and then did the opposite. Small government is great. Dude, he grew government bigger than every president before him in history. He gave weaponry and got us involved in crap we're still, the next 30, 40 years of conflicts has got us involved in. Ronald Reagan signed amnesty for illegals. Ronald Reagan closed down a lot of the asylums. So now we're stuck with people that normally would have been put away, and we've been coddling them, coddling their mental illness. We've helped the drug industry because now we just pump them full of all these drugs and let them walk among us. We got school teaching words hurt, words are violence, instead of sticks and stones. You got news and everybody out there telling people that for the last 11 plus years that these are horrid people. They're going to end everything. The world will be over. So, yeah, we programmed them. All right, Buckle Bunny gives me a thumbs up to keep going with it. All right, you guys. I've only seen one thumbs up. I haven't seen any down, so I will keep going with it. Bunny's not bothering her. Okay. Yeah, we need to make, it's MAGA. I would say MAGA 2. Make asylums great again. MAGA 2. We need to make that a thing. So, yeah, we do need to bring asylums back. 100%. People that are nuts, whether they're just crazy, goofy, or criminally insane, need to go away. We need to go away. I mean, as an ex-urban explorer, I say no, I'm not totally done with it, but maybe, we'll see. I've explored tons of old asylums that we close and just in my area, we used to have 5 or 6. And now there's 0. We have a center or 2 connected to the hospitals, but it's really tiny. And you don't really get to stay committed long. So I agree, totally. Druggies take clean drugs and take clean drugs and no consequences. Andrew, we have a lot of that here. All right, these news organizations know a good majority of people are not going to do their own research. Oh, 100%. And the funny thing is, Rich, that you bring that up, is there are studies out there, and I know a lot of people touted these studies lately, that show that center and right-leaning people are much more educated roundedly on all the issues going on. Not just a little bit, but rounded. They know more about what's going on the left, the center, the far left, the far right, the right, the middle. They are more educated. Lefties are not. They stay in their bubble and know lefty stuff. And then they go by the far lefty where they don't tell you everything. I ran into people the other day still going pushing that the guy who shot Charlie Kirk was still a MAGA person. Yeah. Still touting that, Charlottesville. They're still touting that Trump said There were the racists are the good people, the KKK are good peoples and stuff like that. It's like, are you nuts? They still touting this crap. Good thing is, when I do see people posting that stuff now, a lot of people are pushing back going, are you out of your minds? People are done with this crap. So they know, but a lot of lefties don't research. Centrist and right people, even if they don't have a lot of time, at least have the ear to the ground on both sides a little, you know. The lefties, this ear over here is getting no usage. None. The right ear is not hearing anything. Only the left ear, and they're way out. And you got AOC out there. It's not lefties anymore. It's the actual Democrat Party. When you got Democrats in Congress lying blatantly about Charlie Kirk, lying blatantly about where the violence is coming from, then they turn right around after, we got to bring the temperature down. Go right back to calling Trump a fascist, his followers fascist, saying all the violence is coming from the right, saying, oh my God, the ISIS whole fascism, it's Gestapo. Dude, what do you expect? They only say bring the temperature down, hoping that anybody in the center and right will fall for it and back off. Lower your guard, and then they're going to come at you again. Lower your guard. They will never back theirs down. But now they're seeing that the most people in the country are not backing down. They're going, F this, F it. We're done. We are done with this BS. Done with this crap. Now we're going to move on here, and I'll start talking more about it after I check up our chats. But like I said, sorry about the off-kilter, out-of-syncness here. So far, everybody's voted that we are going to, just forge through it. And, yeah, watch out for updates where you go live. So I apologize for that. So anybody comes in and watches this later, yes, it's off. We knew it was off, and everybody in the chat said go with it. Do me a favor, guys. Please hit thumbs up for the stream. I appreciate it. Just out of a stick it to YouTube thing. One last thing before we do go over to talk more about the ICE thing. What do you guys think about the whole lefties all upset about Jimmy Kimmel, but not a word about all the crap that Google and YouTube are coming out and saying, and now either others are even saying, yep, the Biden administration told us to silence anybody that they didn't like for years. So millions of Americans. Jimmy Kimmel, one person, millions of Americans. Well, all right. Trying to save their ass. 100%, Andrew. Yeah. I think that's going on in your country, too. Your government people are scared shitless right now. Because they know if they lose power now, there may be real consequences for what they've done to your country. And I'm not saying violent, YouTube. I'm saying legal. They may be tried and jailed for crimes against their citizenry. And in America, some of the left here in America maybe have the same thing. They've committed real crimes here. How you doing, Jay Watterson? Everybody's like, oh my God, he does come out in daylight. Yes, I told you I was trying, guys. Hey, Celtic, how you doing? If they will not apologize for their fellow cult member killing our friend, then just keep telling the lefties they are, yeah, we need to push back. Yeah, I will say this, the whole, tone down the rhetoric, F that. We can't anymore. One side, I said something on a Pierce Morgan thing the other day where they were talking about it, and even a couple other videos. I posted this multiple times. Free speech only works if both sides agree to it. You can't have one side going, yeah, free speech is great, while the other side, when they have power, will take you down, block you, get you fired, lose online accounts, lose your ability to talk to people to the tune of millions of people. But then how dare you push back against a guy who lies? By the way, Jimmy Kimmel broke FCC rules when he lied. And what he did could have been ginning up more violence and more insanity on the side of the left with his lies. They were within the right, but they didn't take him down. Sorry, boy, that was a weird thing to pop up that late. So I'll probably do another one. But so the FCC, even mentioning it, wasn't doing anything wrong. But they didn't take him down. Sinclair still hasn't put Jimmy Kimmel back on. Nexstar hasn't. He's missing out on 20 to 25% of their stations right now. That's got to be hurting. And the only reason they put Jimmy Kimmel back up, and you all probably know this, all the threats. A lefty shot up the Sacramento ABC studio after this. And then also there were threats going into local stations like crazy. So they put Jimmy Kimmel back. That is stupid. So now the left thinks they can threaten. But, you can't have one side only agreeing on free speech. And I am done defending the free speech of lefties. I know some people, oh my God, they'll end the country. It's already that way. When the right gets power, the left gets to do whatever they want and still try to, lie about people who are ending the lives of other citizens. No. And when they are in power, they do that amped up by 1,000 and then take down anybody who agrees with them to the tune of millions. That free speech cannot work in that. Either everybody agrees or it doesn't work. And the left does not agree to free speech. Jimmy Kimmel's a POS. All right, we'll go on here. Shout out to ULS Blade Runners. Man, oh man. Jay Watterson. You got me on that again. All right. From outside perspective, YouTube came out and admitted Biden administration shut down accounts, so rules for one. Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing. There's a lot of people talking about that. My channel was one affected. The Potato News Network, my old channel, they took down a bunch of my videos, and I got a warning. Actually, I got 2 warnings. They said if I had one more and I was done, they'd take me off YouTube, any account I had. So I stopped. Like, crap. I thought I was going to lose any account, any chance of being on. Now, I haven't gone back and checked to see if they reinstated any videos. I doubt they will, because that's all gone. And there's a lot of channels out there. They took down channels that were making money, making a living off it and stuff. Wow. I don't think there's going to be any legal ramifications, because what are they going to say? Well, the government made us do it. They got a great defense. So they have nothing to lose now. They're trying to make other people, oh my God, the people on the right and center go, oh, that's so great of you to finally come out and admit it. No. And even if you do want to sue us, good luck. The government made us. Nobody's going to get anything out of this. Nobody's going to get in trouble. So they had nothing to lose to come out and try to get a little goodwill somehow. So yeah. Let's see. They're all fruit nuts. Yeah, 100%. Mag D5, what is up, man? How you been? What, the left being shut down for now domestic... yeah. The left here is, I guess, Reddit. Reddit. I always say you should always pay attention to both sides. Go to Blue Sky. Look around. Be scared. But go to Reddit. Reddit was pushing for people to attack ICE. They were, I think, I saw a couple streamers actually had quotes from a couple of posts on Reddit from a day or so ago where they were saying, well, sorry to all the moderators, but I have to say it. It's time to go in guns blazing and too bad and blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to get as wordy as they were because that is not a good thing on here. But wahoo. All right. So now the thing is, this isn't the first shooting. So you got these people always talking about how, oh, the right is so violent. You go, really? Really? Are they? Okay. Now, how many remember this dude here? This was July 20th. Texas Antifa gunman Benjamin Song's bail is set at $15 million. Yeah, he's the one that shot an ICE agent or officer in the neck. That was months ago, guys. So it's not like this is new. The left has been doing this, and somehow none of this ever shows up in any of the, oh my God, the violence stats. None of this. And watch out. Tim Pool actually did something really good the other day. He was showing live how ChatGPT was lying to say the right-leaning violence. Then he kept catching it and forcing it to admit one more. Oh, then he got it to admit the Summer of Love riots. Well, it's thousands. Oops. Don't trust the AIs. And when the AI lies, push back. You can make it tell the truth. You got to push it. But this guy here did it. Now the ICE is poof. Now I'm going to scan past these real quick, but okay. Here we go. Dallas ICE facility director demands the left tone down the rhetoric against his agents after this morning's shooting. Yeah. The rhetoric has to stop. They see what is being placed online and then do acts of violence against ICE. Yeah. And he was very succinct. He got on, he got off there. I don't know if you guys heard it, but I do feel it is something we should be talking about more. And for those that haven't seen the clip, hang on here. Let me know if the sound is good enough.
An officer in North Texas for your support. This is the second time I've had to stand in front of you and talk about a shooter.
The guy I just showed you.
At one of my facilities. And I think that the takeaway from all of this is that the rhetoric has to stop.
Yes, Andrew, this was this morning. This dude went into the Texas facility, and he was... we'll get into it in a sec. Give me a second. Yes, this was today, Andrew.
There are people out there who are seeing what is being placed online, and they're coming and they're doing acts of violence against ICE employees. So that's kind of all I have for today, is that it's just got to stop. It's dangerous, and people are losing their lives.
He's right. Now, he was very succinct. That's what he said, and he walked off. He had enough to handle. Now, what this dinkus did... sorry, I got a lot of them in here. Oh, okay, so where's my bookmark? Sorry, this is what you get. Here it is. Here's the dude. Joshua John carried out the deadly shooting on ICE facilities over Andy No on X. Left behind a literal anti-ICE message on a rifle cartridge, where then he offed himself. So this dingus, John, comes from a liberal, biracial family in Fairview. I don't know why that has to be in there. Who cares about what race? Well, sometimes. In Fairview, Texas, his mother is critical of the gun laws in her state. His sister, Kyoko John, is a woke, if I said that wrong, I'm sorry, a woke woman who was a supporter of Beto O'Rourke. 3 people shot at the ICE facility ended up being migrant detainees. 2 of them have now passed away. So this moron, lefties are bad shots. It's time to, how about this? Lefties always talk about how we need to remove firearms. Firearms, oh my God, they're so dangerous. I got an idea. Here's an idea. If you want to say, and then they always use this, if it only saves one life, it's worth it. No more firearms for lefties. Sorry. If you're a leftist nutcase, no more firearms. Let's see, your card says you voted Democrat. Oh, done. No more. Because that'll save at least what? How many lives now in schools, in churches, standing on the street, doing speeches at colleges, being a migrant. Maybe the migrants don't want the left's help anymore. Think about that. If you're a migrant, or illegal alien, do you want their help? He went in to try to take out ICE and ended up shooting 4 migrants. 2 of them now passed away. Well, I guess that's he just gave them the ultimate deportation, I guess. So this guy is deporting people much, much worse than Donald Trump. You dummy. You went in and you shot into an area where there were the people you're supposed to be saving. We're going to save you. Oopsie. Dude, what the hell? These people don't care where they shoot. I don't even think they give a rat's ass about the migrants. I do not think so. But yeah, this is stupid. The attack occurred in the context of months of Democrat politicians, liberals and leftists. No, it's years. Sorry, Andy. Years. This is over a decade of this. Get in their face. Don't give them a moment of peace. Push back on them. Yeah, Charlie Kirk shouldn't have been killed, but they all have that but in there. You know what? A lot of us think that Joe Biden was a total POS. Yet when he had his cancer diagnosis, I barely saw anybody center and right going, yeah, you're going to meet hell soon. There was barely. Sure, there's always some jackass out there. Okay, I got to watch the jackass thing because I'm a jackass. There's always some snapperhead or jackwagon out there who's going to say stupid shit like that, but nothing near the level of the left, how they celebrated Charlie Kirk or any other right-leaning person getting ended or centrist person getting ended. Never did I see that level of hatred from the right. I'll give them that. And I consider myself closer to center. But I never saw that hatred. This is craziness. So yeah. In July, members of a North Texas Antifa cell Boy, Antifa, boy, you are not helping yourselves. Antifa and all this other crap. You're Terry Towelist. Sorry, YouTube is still goofy with small channels. So yeah, this guy's a dingus. This is the face of a great. Hey, how about this? This is gonna sound bad, but one, let's not go shoot up random facilities with people with agents and or migrants around. That's stupid. Or people on campuses. But dude, god dang, man. In a way, I'm kind of glad this jackass had horrible aim. And this is not wishing for the death of anybody, YouTube. I'm happy people didn't die. I am glad none of the agents got ended. I am very happy none of the agents got ended. But hey, even MSNBC now, after seeing stuff like this today, is admitting it's a leftist, domestic terrorist attack. They're saying it. Even MSNBC went, shit. How can we spin this? Even they went, crap, we can't. Even their centrifuge of insanity slowed down, at least during the afternoon. I don't know what the talking heads like Mad Cow are going to say later. So they may come out and fire that centrifuge back up, put this story in the Hadron Collider, and spin it up enough where they go, reality is switched. That is a right-leaning thing, saying scribbled into the bullet. It was a Trump supporter. You watch. But as of earlier, MSNBC turned off that spin cycle and said, no, this is lefty. So yeah, this is stupid. This is, I believe, his mother or sister. So this is just stupid. But yeah, when you got this, and this new thing about putting messages on your shell casings. Oh, good grief. This is just the type of stuff that makes some crazed ultra-lefty go, oh, that's what they're doing. Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. I've seen people praising it. Going, oh, this is they were saying it's a good, cool new trend. We need, if anybody else happens to do this, I wouldn't want that. If they go to do stuff like this, I hope that all of the bullets are labeled. It's like, oh, geez Louise. The lefties are totally destroying their underwear and using up Kleenexes over how cool they think this is. This is not good. And I'm going to ask a question I've heard before. I think Phil Labonte made this up. And I've heard a lot of people use this now. Where's the off-ramp? Is there an off-ramp? I don't know if there is anymore. I don't know if there's an off-ramp, but this is stupid. FBI, I've even saw people saying, oh my God, well, we can't believe anything the FBI says. This is probably going to be a Trumper once it comes out. It's like, that was on Reddit. And I saw somebody on Facebook say it. I'm like, oh, my Lord. I'm telling you what. Some people say Facebook is dead. No, there's a lot of crap going on Facebook, and you need to check it once in a while. Now, confirmed that John voted the 2020 Democrat primary. I don't care about that. There's a lot of people not registered Democrat, Republican. They're not registered Scooby-Doo party. It's the person's actions and their beliefs, their posts, what their ideology is, dating trans furries. That right there kind of is more worrisome than who they voted for. So, yeah, you can be registered something, whatever. But it does seem to match up. It does seem to match up, doesn't it? Just adds to the growing list of political violence coming from the left. Yeah, 100%. 100%. So, yep. I thought Ted Cruz did a good job today, but yeah, I'm going to come over and catch up with you guys real quick, but I want to know what you're saying about this, because, like I said, if you did not see Tim Pool last night, go watch him. I think it was his, I don't know if you have an account. It's Rumble Premium, my part, I think, where it might have been before that, near the end of the normal, where he was trying to pin down the ChatGPT lie about it's violence on both sides. Well, that's right-leaning violence. No. And it kept excluding all this left-wing stuff. It's nutso. Just let me try to catch up with you guys at least a little bit here. Arbexy, what's up? Was it M1 Garand? No, I don't know. No, I think they said it was 5.56 or 223 rounds, NATO rounds, and I think they said it was an AR style. Or somebody said AR something, but it might have been an AR, oh, come on. An AR-15 or AK style. So not as far as I know. Let me see here. Let's see. I'll find out. Let's see. A suspect used an 8mm Mauser? I thought somebody said it was 5.56 223 rounds. Maybe that's what that is. 8mm. I don't know all the types of firearms and how the rounds all cross. Let's see. This says 8mm. Oh, they got a question mark. 8mm Mauser. Last I knew, it was the NATO round. The 223 5.56 NATO rounds. So yeah, it's not giving me. That's all I see right there. Let me see if let's see if PBS knows. Up. PBS. I already pay. I did pay for a lot of your stuff. Maybe you shouldn't have been jerks to half the country. I'm trying to see if we get there. See, there's the rounds. Anti-ice on the bullets. That's all I know is what those. I'm not a perfect expert. I don't own a lot of firearms that take that. If I own a single one, even. Just saying. Darn those fishing accidents. I hate that when you lose all your firearms in fishing accidents. So I'm unsure. If anybody, I'm sure Jay Watterson already knows. But yeah, this is stupid. The left was all about what the FBI had to say 4 years ago. Now, not so much. Oh, of course. Yeah, and I saw that James Comey may be indicted soon. Saw a post today about that. We'll see. We'll see. And I think that will make a lot of people happy to start seeing actual indictments and arrests. There need to be some. People broke laws. Yeah, and we already know that James Comey lied blatantly to fake the Trump-Russia collusion thing and a bunch of, dirty POS. His daughter, in my opinion, because I don't know if she's been adjudicated this, she's been fired for being kind of dirty. I don't think she's much better. It's strange how she got put on a lot of these big profile cases that would go against Trump. Used to be liberals and lefties, now it's just whack job liberals. Actually, Andrew, I've heard a lot of people start arguing, and I agree totally. A lot of these people aren't wacko leftists. Even I should stop using it. They're Democrats. They're not far left out. One, the Democrat Party's moved way far left. When you got AOC standing on the House floor, blatantly, provably screeching and screaming, lying to people, that's craziness. That means these people like this dude are not far off of the standard Democrats of the day. They are mostly mainstream Democrat. And even I should stop calling them leftists. They're Democrats. They are very in touch with what Democrats are saying. Look at all the Democrats, what they're saying about Charlie Kirk. So the guy that went and ended Charlie Kirk's life wasn't too far off. Look at all the Democrats out there and how they're talking about that. So, they're Democrats. Even I need to stop saying leftists. And leftists includes Democrats, left side. But even Harold Ford Jr., at least a couple days ago on the 5, still could not admit. And you can see Gutfeld push back against him on it. Oh, well, the violence is coming from both sides. No. Show me the list of right-leaning people doing this. I would never want to see it, but if I ever came down to it, if they grew up with hurtful words, we grew up with training. Yeah, Rich, you're right. You're right. And I saw some lefties today posting, yeah, well, guess what? A lot of the lefties have firearms too. A lot of us lefties. Yeah, that's fine. There are some of you militant effers that have firearms. And they were talking about how Marxists are told to train with firearms in case of, you know what? Dude, I don't think these lefties have any clue. My quick assessment, just off the top of my little brain assessment, is for every one firearm a lefty, including a nutso lefty, has in this country, the right has about 1,000. This is not a good thing. This is unbalanced, and this is not a thing you want to be pushing, lefties. Do not push violence. Do not do this. The right, I've seen, this is another good one. The left treats violence like a dial. Rarely do they ever turn it all the way down to 0, but they crank it up to 11 sometimes. It's a dial. It's a continuous thing with the left. On the right, it's a switch. Off or on. So far, it's still off. And bad thing is, when it takes a lot to flick that switch, it's either full off or full on, no dial. So the left is playing with fire. We really hope. Right now, the right is still pushing for legal justice. But there's a lot of people getting tired of this. There's a lot more people that are protecting themselves, carrying mace, carrying other things, protecting themselves, and won't put up with somebody getting goofy around them anymore. So it's scary. Mauser's like the old German bolt rifle. Yeah, Andrew, exactly. I don't think that's what it's Hindustan Times, so what do they know? Picture of the rounds, had rounds on a stripper clip. Yeah, I've heard that too. I know that, Jay Watterson, but I don't know if that's what made me think of M1, but I don't think they are. Are they 30 cal? See, I heard, this is on the news today, they said it's the NATO rounds. Ugh. I was running all over doing a bunch of insanely pain in the ass stuff today. So yeah. But even across the pond, our left seem very similar. Oh, they are, Andrew. Yeah. Yeah, the left is not just in America. Look at what's going on in Paris. Look what's going on. And people are in this country, our media is acting like it's just America having problems. America's nuts. If you watch the mainstream media, you rarely hear about all the unrest around the world right now. It's crazy. And it's almost always lefties or people reacting to an authoritarian lefty government. In the UK, you got the people reacting to an authoritarian leftist government. In Paris and France, well, that's lefty on lefty violence there. You've got, Nepal and stuff like that. There's stuff going on everywhere. It's getting screwy out there. The world itself seems to be pushing back against the left. And the left is getting desperate. And when they get desperate, there are a lot of wackadoodles in D.C. Dude, D.C. is the I believe it's the highest concentration of Democrats in the country is in D.C. So, yeah. Urbexy, hard to tell from the photo without something. Yeah, see, I don't know, guys. Here, let me pull it back up here. Where'd I go with it? Oh, man. See, this is what happens when you're just me. Oh, Gavin Newsom. A lot of people are blaming Newsom for some of this, but I'll bet this guy already had this planned. Oh, my Lord. Back up, dummy. There we go. Brain dead. I don't know, guys. I can't zoom it in, but that is what I got. I'll leave it up on the screen, though, for a bit here. See if YouTube gets angry at me for that. YouTube would be like, dude. Rumble, I see you guys on Rumble. Thank you very much for stopping over. If you don't have an account and can chat on Rumble, join us over on Lion's Den on YouTube. Here is a link to the chat over there, and you can hop on over there. And for any of you on YouTube, if you want to get feisty and say stuff YouTube don't allow, go over to Rumble, Lion's Den WS6. So please give me a thumbs up, guys. I am trying to remember what I've been told that I should be saying that more often. It's like a dude in heels. We can buy them. It doesn't mean we're going to be able to effing walk in them. Yeah. Well, don't get me going about dudes in heels. I've gotten in trouble in the past for making fun of cowboy boots. It's high heels for men, I say. So, I don't know. Maybe we should have outlawed cowboy boots. They moved from cowboy boots to stilettos. course, I always like George Carlin's take on how people dress like cowboys in today's society while they're driving a Hyundai. And going to, what did he say? The closest I ever got to being an effing cowboy was going to Arby's. All right, what happens in America impacts you. Well, yeah, Andrew, you're right. It does. Yeah, it does. What happens in America does trickle, or at the very least, I think what's happening in America has shown the rest of the world that you can push back against the crazy left. Your country is in deep crap over there. Other countries are in deep crap. And so far, the people were putting up with it. And it was getting bad. But now what's happening in America, Trump, whatever, has shown that you don't have to take this BS. Your government is supposed to be in your best interest and working for you. Just like our government in America is supposed to be working for us, not illegals, not for other countries. Your government should have your best interests. And that's all there is to it. Okay, Urbex D, the left-right terms comes from the French Parliament and how they made decisions. Stand left if you want change to pass, and stand to the right if you want to keep it. Conserve. Did not know that. Okay, thank you, Urbexy. Does that mean the Democrats are inbreeding? Well, Jimmy, you know what? Hey, it's a little scary because AOC is kind of an attractive girl, but also she kind of looks like a donkey. There may be something to that. And part of me, like I said, there's part of me goes, yeah, she's a cute girl. And then she, as soon as she talks and shows them teethers, all I think is Shrek. I see donkey. And it's not a joke. It's not just me, because half the country or world sees her as donkey. Those memes came from somewhere. Left had a globalist agenda, and yes, it is right taking back. Oh, yeah, 100%. I'm not even saying it's just the right. I mean, a lot of people are calling Charlie Kirk a super conservative. He really wasn't. A real heavy right-leaning conservative will not be out on those college campuses talking to people that they have the 75, 80%. 75, 80% are done with this crap. It's stupid. Oh, cool. I will open that, Jay Watterson. Thank you. Google Lens won't let me search that image. Yeah. I don't know, guys. Stays muted. But I'll pop that off the screen before YouTube starts getting a little bothered. So that's Andy Knows Pictures. That's his sister with her significant other. Yeah. Okay. All right. So now we got a lot of people are blaming this jackass. A lot of people are after Newsom on this. Well, I'm going to say Newsom's rhetoric isn't helping. I don't think it was horrid rhetoric. It wasn't great. But I think this kid already had this plan. I don't think he watched Newsom last night on Kimmel and went, you know what? That's it. That's the last straw. I don't think that did it, but this crap like this doesn't help.
15-year-old
it doesn't help at all.
Kid
having this
in Los Angeles was waiting for his sister to come out of high school, and they pulled out guns on this kid. They pulled out guns and handcuffed this young child. That's happening in the United States of America.
Have you noticed how with Democrats and lefties, just say Democrats, they used to talk about, well, this person's an adult. Remember, Democrats are the ones that want 16-year-olds to vote. They've tried to get that passed in a bunch of areas. 16-year-olds to vote. But now this 15-year-old, he said 15, this child, shut up. You don't get it both ways. 16, able to vote. Able to help, chart the course of America. 15, oh my God, he's a child. No. You got children doing smash and grabs, doing a lot of violence in a lot of cities. Hells yeah, police are going to show up with their firearms ready. Hells yeah. Jay Watterson said, look at my last link. There you go. Jay Watterson. Thank you. He posted a picture. Sure looks a lot like it. File 7.62 NATO tracer rounds in stripper clip JPEG. Dude, I'm telling you, in Jay Watterson, you can trust. Let me pop this picture back right here. I'd say Jay Watterson just nailed it. Let me go back here. And I know you guys are seeing I don't give a rat. I think this is it right here. I think this is it. That's what Jay Watterson just posted, guys. And I do check everything on my other computer before I put it up. But that is what he just posted. And I'll tell you what, if you flip from here to there, from there to there, that sure looks a lot like it. So there you go. Probably a 7.62 NATO tracer round, or NATO round, in stripper clip. Boy, that sure looks like it, doesn't it? At least a resemblance thereof. If not tracer round, a 7.62, or what's the other NATO round? Was it 5.56? Right? Or not that. Is it, I can't keep track. Which one's it? 2.23 or is it 5.56 is NATO? All right, but yeah, so there we go. What do you know, guys? What do you know? So, okay. Let's see here. Let's get back with you guys. So that's what he put. Verboten. Uh-oh. Am I freezing again? Let me know. Back. Uh-oh, they're getting annoyed with me again. You gotta watch that, getting annoyed. Man, you get the YouTube censors annoyed. I wonder if Rumble did that. I wonder if Rumble did it. I don't know. Rumble's still going right along. In fact, Rumble's on a wholly different time scale. Wow. That's weird. Okay. Look at my last link. I did. I got it. I think that's what got me blipped a little. Am I still good now? All right. Stephen King. What weapon takes an AK round of that kind of clip? I do not know, Rebexy. There's some of the weaponry I don't know. I'm not the gun expert. Hey, buddy. Hey, Riker boy. No. You can't knock stuff over, big dog. Sorry, I got a big dog head right below the camera here. Hey, big boy. Yeah, I know. Yeah, no. You can't do that. No. You and that big moose head. No, bad dog. That almost made a big mess. Moose. Let's see here. It's not conclusive proof. Just for reference. No, but Jay Watterson, it sure looks close. I don't think it's exact, but it does look close. And I'm not going to put it back on the screen. But he's equating, once again, a 15-year-old's a child, but Democrats want 16-year-olds to vote.
Jumping out of unmarked cars, people disappearing, no due process.
You come here without due process, you leave without due process. I love how Democrats have no problem bringing in 25 million people without any due process. Just bring them on in and then go, well, you can't make them leave without due process. F you. They come in that way, they go out that way. Back out the way you came. No due process. In fact, I'd be really rough. Go walk back across that desert. We'll load you up. Here. We'll be nice Greyhound bus or C-130 transport. No more nice planes. Go home.
No oversight, zero accountability happening in the United States of America today. People ask, well, is authoritarianism, you're being hyperbolic? Bull, we're being hyperbolic.
What about the authoritarianism that 70+% of all Americans wanted the border closed the whole 4 years of Biden administration, and they didn't do it? What is more authoritarianism than the Democrats going, F you to 70+% of the population? Saying, screw you, we don't care if you want that closed. We're going to lie to you, or we're just not going to do it. Well, oopsie, we can't. Trump comes in, boom, closed. That is authoritarianism. That is fascism. Telling the people, nope. So screw Gavin Newsom.
If you're a black and brown community, it's here in this country.
Who said all the migrants are black and brown? You're a racist. By the way, if they are mostly brown, how's that our fault? All that means is that's just math. Oh, that's why Democrats like to say math is racist. 2 + 2 = 4 is racist, but 2 + 2 = 5 is not. See how they twist things? Racist. Math.
So I'm deeply proud that I had the privilege of signing the nation's first bill to address the issue of masking. Also to require you have simple identification, to your point. I mean, if some guy jumped out of an unmarked car in a van with a mask on, tried to grab me, I mean, by definition, you're going to push back. And so these
He's been coached on what words to use and not
are not
use.
just authoritarian tendencies. These are authoritarian actions by an authoritarian government. You saw what Stephen Miller said.
I'm going to ask a question, and feel free to answer me in the chat, guys. Can a government be authoritarian against people that aren't even supposed to be here? I don't think a government can be authoritarian. I think like the United States government can be authoritarian, like telling social media accounts, companies to take down millions of people's accounts they don't agree with. That's authoritarian against American citizens. But can the United States government be authoritarian against people that aren't even supposed to be here, illegally here? I'm not sure that's I don't even think that goes with the definition of authoritarianism, does it? Yeah, it would be a huge mistake like a 60-year-old's vote, 100%. Are we seeing past catch up on the future like ending of the Langoliers? Oh, Jimmy, you're possibly. Yeah. Good movie, too. Like Bunny said. Yeah, letting 6-year-old votes. Are you kidding? Oh, my Lord. Let's see here. 2 + 2 = 5 - 1. If anyone doesn't think he's peeing off Jeff Dunham, go watch him. I might be. I might be AI. Have you seen some of the new AI generated? There's a YouTuber who showed a AI mirroring or something. He made a AI bot. It was a hot chick AI bot that would do the cast, and it would mirror his movements. And as he talked, it would talk in the AI femme voice. It was freaky. Yeah, Newscomb is stupid. I agree. He's American Psycho. I almost like slap my neck. Oh, dude, Common Core math is insane. They've injected political stuff into math. Go look at the word problems today. It's not just the train takes 2 hours to get from city A to city B, doing 35 miles an hour, with this much weight, how fast would it? But no. Shaniqua has 3 kids from 4 different daddies. What the hell? Yeah. Crazy math. Lion's Den on a stick. Somehow that sounds painful, though. Ow. It's all fun and games till Skynet takes over. Yeah, dude. I don't know if I can find that video. I'll look for it here a little bit, but man, that was nuts.
Last week. This should put chills up fine. Called the Democratic Party an extremist organization. Basically a terrorist organization.
Wait. Did you guys hear that? Listen to this.
Miller said last week. This should put chills up fine. Called the Democratic Party an extremist organization. Basically a terrorist organization. Saying he's going after his enemies.
If the Democrat donkey shoe fits, wear it. Yes, you're violent. You are extremists. You look at 70+% of the public who wanted the borders closed at FU. You looked at 70+% of the public, Democrat, left, center, all of it, right, who said, yeah, we want voter ID. You said no. Look at all the crap they did. You told social media to take down millions of people. You got your left-tards in the intelligence agencies to sign the Hunter laptop was fake. You Democrats are the ones who faked Russia collusion. You did multiple impeachments on Trump, partially on that fake crap. Joe Biden stands up there and makes a deal with Obama is on video with Russia. Biden is doing crap with Ukraine. But oh my God, Trump does something about, hey, we'll find out about this. You go after him? You are the Terry Towelists. You are extremists. So yeah, go ahead. All he's doing right here is talking to that 20-25% of smooth brains. The people who, as Rich Discovery said, don't research nothing. They say, oh my God. Oh my God, Trump, Orange Cheeto Man. Cheeto Man bad. Cheeto Man says they're authoritarian. Cheeto is authoritarian. Not looking at the actual facts. The Democrat Party is a extremist group anymore. It's not crazy leftists. These are people that espouse, people doing these attacks espouse almost the mainstream Democrat platform. All the trans furry stuff, all the anti-ICE stuff, all the anti-Trump stuff, it's all mainstream Democrat. The words hurt, words are violence. Punch a Nazi? Yeah. Jose on this. Skynet equals Starlink. You could be. I don't know. Elon, it looks like Elon may be trying to cozy back up to Trump. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. How do you apologize for saying that you're you're a diddler? Oh, that's rough. Walter and his son being Bubba J. Yeah, he is Pelosi's nephew. Go figure. Yeah, okay.
You saw the tweet that Donald Trump sent out, Truth Social, basically telling Pam Bondi, I want these 3 people taken out. That's happening in the United States.
No, don't tell why.
Be normalized. None of this can
be
normalized.
It can. You guys normalized it the last 11 years. I can do that with my hands too. Democrats normalized this years ago, Gavin. Now, Gavin leaves out why Trump wants certain people taken out. And he's saying taken out as in prosecuted for breaking laws. Jeez. A liberal in the proper sense. Yeah. Well, I don't know if any liberals are proper anymore, Bexy. I'm not sure. I am unsure. All right. Let's see here. But no, I'm not blaming Gavin for this attack, but I'm blaming Gavin for, I'm not watching Jose on a stick. Nice sending me that. Get me off that track. All right. Let's see here. Everyone, Starlinks. Hey, far north. How's it going? How is it going out there in your nation? Skynet probably not far from the truth. Yeah, it probably isn't, man. Trust me. How you doing? I've seen some posts from Paul lately, and he seems to be, he's still kicking. No, I'm not blaming Gavin for this, but you know what? He's not helping. This is not turning down the rhetoric. This is not turning down the temperature. He's still using bull crap. Goes out and spouts stuff. Doesn't give facts. Doesn't give reasons. Doesn't give anything to say why. Nope. It omits the last 11 years of his party who have already made this crap normal. Let me go and check my bookmarks real quick here. Let's see here. I do like this. Stephen Miller, this is a couple days ago, and they're still pushing this. Senior Trump advisor is trying to exclude illegal aliens from the U.S. Census, which removes House seats from blue states like California and New York State. Yeah, because they're using the illegals to amp up and take away to offset American citizens' votes and amp up how much power they get in our electoral college and the House of Reps and how much money they get from the federal government. That's why Democrats don't care if Abrego Garcia diddled kids, if he transported kids into slavery. They don't care about the drugs. They don't care if he personally offed 40 people. They don't care. They can't let a single bad one go. They can't let any of them go. They are doing everything possible to stem this. That's why you're seeing Democrat violence again right now. They are aiming their smooth-brained, brainwashed 11 years plus soldiers now to try to save their asses. Because if they lose the illegals, they lose, they say upwards of 27 House seats. They'll be down by 27, plus all the money they'll lose, the power they'll lose, because they can't count illegals. I'd like to talk to the moron judge who in the first place said, oh yeah, you can count illegals in your census as citizenry of your country. And we'll allow that to be used as how much money you get from the federal government, how many electoral college votes you get, how many House of Reps you get. No illegals should have representation here. Sorry. My dog is howling. I don't know why, but he's howling. Probably because Alexa talked. When my Alexa talks, he howls. Weird as crap. So they are really freaking out right now. Trump is ramping this up, and they are getting desperate to keep them. Thing is, Trump isn't even deporting as much as Obama yet. Or I think maybe if you look at the people self-deported and what he's actually gotten out, it's about getting there. But it's still, they didn't have to go Obama because they hadn't at the time put all their eggs in that illegal alien basket yet. Almost, but they were not quite. Oh, no problem, Far North. I'm trying to do earlier. People have told me do earlier, so I'm trying. I am trying here. Newsom was on the campaign trail. Dude, does anybody think that Newsom will actually ever be the president of the United States? Are you kidding? That is craziness. Yep. I agree. Yeah, 100% there. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to leave that on the screen. But I'm not going to say anything. But we'll talk. Your dog knows Alexa's fake. Yeah. If I sometimes I purposely ask my Alexa to, it's in a certain part of the house. It can't hear me down here. But I ask it purposely to tell me the 7-day forecast. And as it goes, he starts ruing like crazy. It's funny as heck. He stares at her like, okay. So I'll just leave that right there for a sec. And I'm going to take it off of there. But yeah, so the Texas ice thing, we'll find out about the rounds. It does look like, 7.62 or something like it, or 5.56 rounds. But we'll find out soon. Let me see about what my bookmarks were. Where did I have my bookmarks? So we'll close that for now. Okay. I can't remember what I had here, guys, so forgive me. I am trying to scoot around through some of this. Like I said, I was in a rush because I really wanted to come on earlier. I really did. We went through him. We talked about him. All right, I guess we're going to have to. We're going to talk about Jimmy. Not you, Jimmy. Jimmy Kimmel. And I am very sorry you share a name. Why? That dude, man, he makes Jimmy's look bad out there. Everything Newsom does now to boost his run for the White House. Yeah, well, so's Pritzker. How do you think that's going to work? Think about this. Two of the most effed up states in the union have their governors that have their eye on that presidential run. Of course, Pritzker's eye is on the Golden Corral buffet a little more often, but yeah. So, I mean, come on, seriously. How is it? I think this is going to be entertaining anyway. Would Pritzker, can you imagine Pritzker and Newsom going against each other in a primary? How do you think that's going to work out? These two idiots will have to attack each other's, states and their policies. How do they think that's going to work? Illinois is effed. California is the 5th biggest economy in the world, or 10th biggest economy in the world. It's in debt. Deeply. Insane crime rate. People fleeing. Businesses fleeing. Without federal dollars, California is fucked. 100% screwed. I think California would collapse totally into a third world nation without federal tax dollars. You pull out all the money from the military bases, close those military bases. You pull out all the federal dollars going in there. California is done. Unless the federal government's propping up California, their 10th biggest economy falls apart. But you got Pritzker and Newsom. Ho ho. This is almost get the popcorn, grab your favorite drinks, and sit and watch that primary if that happens. I mean, my Lord. He's actually laying on the floor right behind me, Jay Watterson. Thankfully, he can't read yet. How does being in the country illegally make them criminal? time to make logic slap me. Yeah, no kidding. They all say that, Jimmy. See, the left is trying to change. I know I'm wandering, but I'm going with what you guys are saying. The left is doing that everywhere. You watch Democrats everywhere. Well, they didn't break any laws. How does being here illegally mean they're illegal? It's not illegal to be here not legally. Just the saying. That's why they don't want to call them illegal immigrants or illegal aliens. They're just migrants. F you. Migrants are people that migrate here legally. These are illegal immigrants. Yeah, they are trying to change wording again, just like I can identify as a kitty cat. They will screech about women getting pushed down at the ice, staying in front of ice vehicles. Oh my God, they pushed that poor woman. But I thought you didn't know what a woman was. You're assuming? They sure can't tell what a woman is suddenly when they want to. Just saying. You trans people should pay attention out there. This is a nice public service to you trans people. Do you realize the Democrats don't give a shit about you? You are useful idiots. I'm sorry, but you are. They don't give a rat's ass about you. They don't believe their own shit they're saying in, supporting you. Because they sure suddenly will turn on you in an instant when they want to call, but that's a woman. So, yeah. They don't believe. They're not even there supporting you. Black people are learning this. Hispanic people have learned this already. Your turn. Pay attention. They're using you. All right. It's an alias. Your dog marked the telephone? Well, please tell me it's not a landline, Connie. Don't say you still have a landline. Very few people have landlines in 2025. Seriously, how many people have landlines? Whew. I'll write in my cat for president if I vote for Newsom. Oh, 100%. But just think of the insanity of a primary where Newsom and Pritzker have to go at each other. That is must-see TV right there. I sent you a link earlier today. Did you see it? No. Did you send it on my email, Jay Watterson? Or was it in my comments? In my comments, because I haven't had time to be on. I barely had time to get in here. That's why I'm even more disarray than normal. James O'Keefe. Sorry, I'm reading what Jay Watterson said. World exclusive bombshell, senior DOJ Epstein investigator reveals Epstein was... Oh, we already know Epstein was CIA. Confirmed, blah, blah, blah. Well, Bill Clinton is in the plane. Oh, boy. Whew. Well, that's something. If you guys want to look... I'm not going to tell you what to do, but check out Jay Watterson's link, or at least open it and save it for after the stream. Boy. But let's move into actual Jimmy Kimmel here real quick. And then I'm going to go somewhere with this. Because as I said in my opening real quick, I was affected by this crap. Google pulled. You'll hear lefties talking about that.
It was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man. It was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man.
You were giggling. You were smirking. Blaming MAGA people. You were smirking. That's my wife coming home. You were smirking. Trying to blame. You blatantly lied.
I don't think there's anything funny about it. I posted a message on Instagram on the day he was killed, sending love to his family and asking for compassion, and I meant it, and I still do. Nor was it my intention to blame any specific group for the actions of what it was obviously a deeply disturbed individual. That was really...
Huh? Wait. Did you hear that? Over my dogs? That's why the cats are hiding down here right now. They don't get stepped on. Did you hear what he said? I'm sure you guys have seen this. A lot of you have. Holy crap. He says this. These are crocodile tears. I posted it everywhere I saw people posting this. I said, I smell shite everywhere. I posted that meme.
Actions of what it was obviously a deeply disturbed individual. That was really the opposite. But it was a specific group for it, and I still do.
Wait a minute.
Nor was it my intention to blame any specific group for the actions of what it was obviously a deeply disturbed individual.
You did. Bullshit. I can't say it enough. Sorry, YouTube. Bullshit. Bullshit times 1,000. I'll act like a child. Oh, yeah, bullshit times infinity. Bullshit. He blatantly went out to blame MAGA people. MAGA people are desperately trying to run away from this and say it's not one of their own when it is. Yeah, bull. I know I didn't quote it perfectly. He blatantly did what he's lying about here and saying, I didn't mean to do this. Bullshit. You thought it was cool and funny and edgy. Yeah, crocodile tears, 100%. Oh, we saw some of the crocodile tears right there, Jay Watterson. He says it.
That was really the opposite of the point I was trying to make, but I understand that to some that felt either ill-timed or unclear, or maybe both. And for those who think I did point a finger, I get why you're upset. If the situation was reversed,
clear as hell.
There's a chance I'd have felt the same way. I have many friends and family members on the other side who I love and remain close to, even though we don't agree on politics at all. I don't think the murderer who shot Charlie Kirk represents anyone. This was a sick person.
Well, that's bullshit, too. He definitely represents somebody. He represents your side, Jimbo. Sorry, I can't call him Jimmy anymore. Jimmy, I can't let him disrespect you anymore. Jimbo here. Jimbo. You liar. Yeah, I've seen his crocodile tears, Jay Watterson. But I'm more worried about his words. I think even the tears at the beginning of this were BS. He blatantly lies. I didn't mean to try to blame somebody who didn't do this. Bullshit. Bullshit. But it doesn't. They don't have any idolization of any specific group. Bull crap. Lefty. Hang on real quick. Let me chat with my wife. I'll be right back. Hang on. There we go. There we go. Yo, I think I'm back. Just let my wife know that I'm going to be done in about 20 minutes or so. We'll see how that works. Easier for me to, the mute thing on this is iffy. So sometimes I just turn my mic off. All right. So, yeah, we all know it's BS. He lied blatantly here. Now, some people are saying, oh, he's doubled down. And honestly, the first time I watched it, I thought maybe they were being hyperbolic. But if you watch it again, it takes a while to get through to my little brain. But once I watched it the second time, I was like, oh, yeah, he did. He doubled down. He blatantly lies. He lies at least twice here. And, yeah, the crocodile tears. It's so, and the way he comes out of it, because this is where he's coming out of the crocodile tears. And watch how quick it goes away.
It was never my intention to make light of.
They're going away right there. Now, I don't know if I can find the whole one that easy, but I'm not even sure. I'm interested in watching the whole clip. It's crazy. If the phone gets cut off, you can use emergency power during bad times. Yeah. I have a generator. I have a generator. And what if that power gets cut off too? Hang on real quick. Now she's back in. Okay. Either somebody's annoyed with me or they're just not answering. Okay. Or she happens to go out every time I say something. Yeah, Jimmy, that's why Sinclair and Nextstar. Dude, I'm going to tell you right now, guys. Look up your local stations. If one's a Sinclair or a Nextstar station, we need to be as proactive about supporting people who do the right thing as the left is attacking them to make them do the wrong thing. Or to force them. Or scare them. Or threaten them. You need to contact your local station if it's Sinclair or Nextstar and go, dude, thank you. Tell them why. Go, yeah, we can't have people lying about ending people's lives, innocent people's lives. We can't have that. So thank you very much. I think my local station, I believe, is one of them. Here, let me check. I will actually tell you. I have no problem looking that up. It is WQAD. I think I spelled that wrong. Yep, I spelled it wrong. So they'll get there. No. My local one is owned by Tegna. So yes. I will be off in about 20 minutes. Okay. All right. Just want to let you know. Do
I need to feed everybody?
If you want to feed them. If not, if you want to wait in 20 minutes so we can walk them. It's up to you. It's up to you either way. If you don't feel like walking them tonight, they'll be fine because I walked them last night. They get plenty of exercise. Be right back. Either way, I'll be off about 20, 25 minutes, all right? All right, bye. I'm back. Okay, so my local channel, ABC, is not owned by them. Mine is owned by Tegna. So me saying that, of course, maybe I'll email my Tegna. If you look up WQAD and all their posts on Facebook and everywhere else, they are way lefty. So make sure you get a hold of Sinclair and Nextstar. If your local station is one of them, look it up. And I don't mind showing you my local station. I live in a large area. Good luck finding, And if some dum-dum did come near me, I have 3 large dogs and other options to my name, so don't do that. We don't want more violence. We really don't. Yeah, Sinclair and Nexstar are done. So far. Let's see how long that lasts. But I believe that's like 20 to 25% of the ABC stations not carrying Jimmy. Not carrying Jimmy. And I'm all for it. Yeah, Jay Watterson, shut up, man. Don't do it, dude. Bunny has a landline and a cell. Whoa. Now, here's a question. How many people still call these cell phones? Part of me starts to feel old still calling this a cell phone because they really don't have the old cellular crystals in them anymore like they used to. I mean, I know people in Europe, a lot of times call it mobile. My mobile. I've heard a few people around here call it, but a lot of people still seem to call them cell phones. Or some people just call them your phone now. So, I'm curious. Don't get me going, Jay Watterson. Shut up, man. Oh, no. All right, but yeah, I think Jimmy, the thing is with Jimmy, now, wait a minute here. We got this. And like I said, I don't mind looking things up. Yeah, I'm typing badly. I got my mic. I got figured out somehow. Uh-oh. Everywhere. Hey, you know what? I'll actually use a right-leaning person once. Google offers reinstatement to YouTube accounts. Well, that's great. People that are making money are screwed now. Screwed over this. Let's go to news. Let's see what they show. Google to bring back accounts. Biden admins ban. Oh, no. Let's see. New York Post, a lot of times they'll go, pay us. We'll see. Google to bring back accounts banned at Biden admin's insistence. Unacceptable and wrong. Now, my channel, the old Potato News Network, wasn't banned. But they did take down a crap load of my videos. Bunny knows. Bunny used to follow that channel. There's still a few videos. If you go look on the beginning of this channel, there's still a few videos labeled for the old Potato News Network I did. But they took down 90+% of my videos and then gave me 2 threats saying the third time, you will be taken off of YouTube totally. Means any of my accounts, they were going to ban me outright. And I'm tiny. At the time, I was making some money off one of my YouTube channels. But I was like, oh, crap. So while the lefties are whining about Jimmy Kimmel, what is this? They took down millions of Americans, not just on YouTube. Remember, they took down Parler. They took down people off Facebook, Instagram, all over. People were taken down. Lost their right to free speech. So I don't know how much, I don't give a rat's ass about Jimmy Kimmel. So one, screw that. Jimmy broke rules. He broke FCC rules, for one. Public airwaves. 2, I'm not going to fight for the free speech of somebody else who, when they have power, will automatically take away yours. Every lefty out there is ignoring this. They are staying way away from this. You won't see barely anybody on CNN, MSNBC, your local ABC, NBC, whatever stations talk about this. Maybe a little mention, but F you, we were right. Forever we were talking about shadow banning, people being taken down, no. And even the others who, yeah, they knew, and they'd go, ha ha, to millions. But oh my God, touch Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel, who celebrated Roseanne being taken down, Alex Jones, Tucker Carlson, and many others. Crocodile tears, screw you. But I don't know. Here's the problem, and I said this in my opening talking about this. They have a big, I don't think anything's going to be done because there are people that lost livelihoods over this. People who lost their jobs over some of this crap. And you know what? Nothing's going to get done because Google will be able to say, the United States government told me I had to. I had to. You got to go after the United States government. Good luck. Yep. Nothing will be done. Even if they put these channels back, let's say a guy had a channel, had 100,000 subscribers, was making money, doing good, growing. Poof, done. That man had lost his job possibly, lost his income. My little channel at the time, I was getting there. But they deleted me, and then within a week after, And a week after I took down my videos, suddenly my subscriber count dropped from like 5,800 to like, I think 20 or 100 or something like that in one day. So they were taking a lot of stuff down. So yeah, I don't think anything's going to be done about this. So Jimmy Kimmel can kiss my ass, so can all you lefties. You can kiss my butt. I'm done. We aren't going to fight for your free speech, and we shouldn't have to. We should have no reason to fight for their free speech. Jimmy Kimmel, who broke FCC rules and lied about a man's murder, compared to millions of Americans. Imagine the reach of all these millions of people that were taken down. That's insane. Now, Sinclair would cancel The View. Oh, I do not know how that show is even on air. And it's Andrew says, Denmark have deployed military? Ooh, why? Is that because of the Russia flying jets thing? Dude, Trump was pretty ballsy on him the other day at the UN. Woo! If you want to talk about that UN stuff, wow. It's pretty cool here. We're actually in the 70s. It's pretty nice here, actually. Yes, I did. For a tiny person, Bunny, I'm happy if I ever have a channel that has 1,000 subscribers. And my Exploring with CF at one time, I think at its peak had 4,500. Potato was over 5,000 before they nuked me. And are they going to return those subscribers? I'll bet not. They'll give you back your account. They're not going to return your subscribers, your views, your videos, nothing. So what good does that do you years later? The Tough Topics, I think we were up over about 3,000 or 4,000 on that one, and that was pretty fresh. We were growing pretty fast on that until that ended. So no, I don't have a lot of subs. I'm lower tier. I got it. I'm not like, somebody that has 1 million subs or even 100,000. But yeah. And also what I was talking about you guys lately, how YouTube has been shadow banning me, and I proved it to YouTube with their own studio analytics. Then they stopped responding to me. I wonder if that'll end. I proved it to their own analytics. And then they, oopsie, stopped talking to me. Ran away like crazy. That was fun. All right. How you guys doing? I see a good amount of people over on Rumble. I can't believe anybody on Rumble is watching me. I would have thought you'd been over watching you know who. I don't want to say his name. I love the guy, but nothing will be done. Nothing ever gets done. Yeah, I agree, Jay Watterson. Now, I'm going to disagree. Hopefully James Comey doesn't get indicted. Something gets done. Hopefully Letitia James gets indicted. She broke laws. Lefties don't realize you can't run on a platform of, I'm going to get this American. Or I'm going to change a law to go after a certain American. You can't do that. Just like in Illinois, they made retroactive firearms laws to go after stuff people already had and try to take it or make you register it or something like that. It's like, nah, you don't get to do that crap. You don't get to run on, I will get this person. Dude, look up the rules and regulations on that. Crazy. So Bigfoot don't crash into my windows. Oh, my Lord. So I don't know. I don't feel, once again, and I'm going to ask you guys again, I'm going to use Democrat phrasing, push back peacefully. Doesn't mean anything physical, YouTube. Push back on any lefty you see anywhere or say anything they say. Oh my God, the Jimmy Kimmel thing, Trump is such a fascist. Then what about the last administration? What do you mean? What about the millions of people that the Biden administration took down? What? And if they don't know, you show them. If they do know and they want to obfuscate away from it, you go, you're the fascist. Fascist. But I don't think what do you guys think? Do you think we should worry? I know it's not good, but free speech can only work if both sides agree on it. If when one side gets power, they will take down millions of you. Millions of you. And I know Andrew and some of you guys overseas are talking about, you guys got enough problems with your government going after you for texting and posts and stuff they don't like. But if one side only agrees on free speech, it doesn't work. And I don't think we can say to the left right now, sorry, yeah, okay, we'll let you have your free speech if you're doing illegal crap or stupid crap when you would take down millions of us. If Kamala had won, that election, do you really think they would already have millions of more taken down right now? Do you think Google would have said, okay? So yeah, YouTube is Schultz from Hogan's Heroes. Seen. 100%. In fact, Jimmy, I'm going to say they're worse. I think they knew it and went along with it purposely. Purposely. All right, let me go and check here one more time through my bookmarks. If there's anything else I wanted to talk about. Leftist violence. Leftist violence. Walked into the wedding. Put a firearm to some poor man's head. Those poor people can never really totally, truly enjoy their wedding day, their anniversary ever in their lives. Lefty. The guy I showed that shot the other ICE facility from July. This lefty. Charlie Kirk was a green light to leftists. This guy. Look what we've had since Charlie Kirk. What, three firearm incidents now with lefties? Yeah. Where are the right-leaning people out tearing things up? So where's this right-leaning violence? Okay, we're going to head out of that a little bit. Thankfully, never got through thought police here. Yeah, I hope not. They tried, but people fought back. Okay, well, that's good, Jimmy. In America, we all know what Biden administration tried to do. You want to talk fascists? Ask the lefties about this. Remember, the Biden administration tried to hire that crazy lady to the government board disinformation, and she sang her little song. Ask them about that. Go, was that fascist? You tried to do a George Orwell Department of Government in Disinformation. A lot of people memory hold that. Remember that one. So let's do a little ha-ha and we'll be out of here, guys. But I do thank you, and please, if you haven't, please hit thumbs up whether you're on YouTube or Rumble. And I am really trying to do more of the earlier streams like this. I appreciate you being here. And Jay Watterson, I really appreciate how much you've helped out over the times and the links and email talks and everything else. I am trying, and Jax appreciates all your messages to him. Bunny, it's nice to see you again. Jimmy, you are here a lot. Urbexy, I appreciate it, considering you're up late. It's after midnight in Urbexy and Andrew L's part of the world. And for Far North Dirt Tracking, it's tomorrow. It's like, what, you're like 17 hours ahead of us, I think, if you're still here, buddy. He might be at work right now, so. But yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. So if you haven't, please hit thumbs up, and I will try to do more of these early streams. But, you ready for this? I'm going to scan through one more time. I think I got all my bookmarks. Yeah, the crazy left. We already talked about that. That's another lefty. Invites everybody to a town hall to talk about fight for democracy. Fight for democracy. And then what's he do? He stops anybody they don't agree with from coming in. Idiots. That's them stopping them from coming into the town hall. Didn't agree with them. There you go. Oh. All right, guys. So we are going to move on. One more thing here and we'll be out of here. This is nuts. Tylenol themselves aren't too angry about this Trump thing because they knew about the studies. And they actually, right here, Tylenol. We actually don't recommend using any of our products while pregnant. This isn't going to hurt Tylenol. Tylenol is not upset about this. At least not as upset as lefties think or crazy people. Oh, the Cheeto man. All him and RFK did was cite studies that have been out for years. And they're changing the warnings on the label. That's it. Tylenol says right here, don't take our stuff while pregnant. Thank you for taking the time to voice your concerns. There's nothing wrong with that. But these lefty libs are doing this. They're going to make more guys, more of these nuttos. They're going to make more of these. They're going to make more of these people. They're nuts. Pregnant women are now taking Tylenol in defiance of Trump and RFK. I don't know if this got music. I'm going to turn it off. But hang on. Let me root my headphones so I know right away. Oops, I hit my... There we go. So let me see if this got music. It does have it to stop. Not too bad.
If you're pregnant, don't take Tylenol.
So Trump says it, and what do we get? Oh, my Lord. I'm talking over the music. Sorry. That is nuts.
28 weeks
I mean...
pregnant. You know what I'm going to take? Some Tylenol, acetaminophen.
About to take Tylenol for my headache while pregnant because I don't take my medical advice from a man who doesn't have a degree in science, healthcare, or medicine.
Don't take it.
I'm gonna keep buying it. In fact, I'm gonna fucking stock up.
It's gonna work.
Oh boy.
And my baby won't have autism.
Okay. We don't want to wish ill on anybody. We don't want some kids born with autism because of stupid people like this. But for the love of God, somebody at 4chan is going to be smart enough. Watch this shit. These idiots are going to have kids, and in a year, there's going to be people posting on 4chan if your kid has autism. They're going to remind you of this shit. Dude, this is just stupid. Tylenol themselves says do not. Do not. And they're dumb. They're going to do it anyway. Because Orange Man, that is insanity. I mean, oh my God. Are you kidding? This is the left is nuts. Trump comes out and cures cancer tomorrow. They're going to be mad at him for getting rid of those cancer worker jobs. Or they're all going to be going out, I love cancer. Trump comes out today and says, air is amazing. Air is the best thing ever. Everybody should breathe. Every lefty or Democrat, sorry, I guess I'm saying that. Every Democrat will asphyxiate themselves trying to hold their breath. Just crazy. Somebody's going to keep track of these people.
The FDA
Somebody's going to post.
Clinical and laboratory studies that suggest a potential association between acetaminophen.
Somebody's going to post if any of these women ever have an autistic kid. It's going to come back.
Including later
I'm telling you.
diagnosis for
Jeez.
ADHD and autism.
Yeah, I'll trust my doctors who have their degree.
Today, the FDA will issue a physician's notice about the risk of acetaminophen during pregnancy.
I'll be damned if it comes down to it and I can't get my hands on some acetaminophen.
Don't take Tylenol.
They're nuts. They're nuts. I think honestly, at this point, Trump should come out and say, everybody needs to suck in air and breathe it. Breathe air. Breathe. Enjoy breathing. Breathing is the best thing ever. Isn't it, everybody? God, I love breathing. Lefties will hold their breath and we'll end our problem. We'll be done. It'll be over. Tylenol is hard for our livers to process. Yes, it is, Bunny. That's why I try not to take it. For my lung problem, there is a medication out there called Trikafta or Kaftrio in UK and other parts of the world that a lot of people I know with my lung problem can't take. Why? Because they, unlike me, I put up with the pain. I try to take very little painkillers, but they did not. They lived on a lot of painkillers, and now they've got bad kidney or liver issues, or at the point where this medication is kind of tough on these items. Now they can't take it. I can take it to help stabilize my lungs because I didn't take a bunch of painkillers. I'm not going to say I don't, but I don't take a bunch of them. Is there Tide Pod moment? Yes, 100%. Let's sit on dry ice. Hopefully it took one time to be an electric fence from me. Yeah. Oh yeah, Jimmy, I'm with you. I grew up in the country. Every guy that grew up in the country has made the electric fence mistake or that can't hurt that much. I'll just, hey guys, watch this. Yeah. Jackass has nothing on guys that grew up in the country and were bored. I did stuff, I'll admit it, I did stuff back then that I'd be on the watch list for the government right now. Like I said, you would not believe how a 12 gauge and 16 gauge shell will slide together and what you can do with those. I'm just saying. Yeah. So yeah, it's just, God, you just can't, insane humans. I went around with my doctor, but yeah, jeez, people. I don't understand, guys. All right, we are going to head out. I'm going to go walk some dogs here in a little bit. Let's do one little roundabout, though. Excuse me. Let's look for any type of, let's see, was there something else I thought we might talk about, but I can't remember. I am tracked. Thought there was something I was going to mention, but I can't remember what it was. So we will go straight here. Let's go to home and refresh. That's a bad idea. He left his house, the mosque, and even the sidewalk, choosing to pray in the middle of a busy road. Yeah. Good plan. All right. Honor of Pet is no longer with you. Miss Dearly. I want that shirt. Are you offended? Nope. I want that shirt. There was one called the Fighting Whiteys, too, years ago. I want one of those shirts. They were trying to offend white people. How do you like this? And a lot of white people started buying them, so they stopped. It was crazy. I think I can find that. Here, just a second. See if it'll come up. Oh, come on. Nope, it ain't going to come up. Whoa, I didn't know that was going to come up. Oh, that's the only one that'll come up. There was like the Fighting Whites or something. Showed a guy carrying a briefcase, white man carrying a briefcase, and was trying to make fun of white people. How do you like it? And it didn't help. All right, guys, I'm going to hop off. Thank you very much. Uh-oh. Oh, I just hit my button on accident. Okay, it looked like it was locked up. Oh, shoot. There it is. Okay, it's catching up. Well, that's weird. Sorry, my other screen did something strange just now. I don't know what it's doing, actually. Sorry, I lost the chat. I don't know what it's doing. I think my other computer has had a conniption. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, now I can see the chat. Sorry, guys. The chat went away for a minute. All right. All right, guys. I guess we're going to leave it there with all the dum-dums here with their Tylenol. And I hope somebody on the internet's keeping track, because if any of these women have that problem, they are, so that's so going to come back on them. So going to come back on them. All right. On that note, guys, we are going to get out of here. Everybody on Rumble, I can't believe any of you are watching me. And hey, look at that, Jay Watterson. I'm getting out in under 2 hours, bud. All right, guys, if you haven't, please hit thumbs up. And the chat is frozen. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm refreshing. Okay. There, I see you guys now. Wow. Okay. All right, guys, have a good one. I'm going to hop out, and I don't know if I'll be back on tonight. If not, it'll be in the next day or so, and I am trying to get on more. And I did have a short earlier today. Feel free to check that out and tell me what you think. I am trying to... People have been telling me I need to do more than one here and there, so I'm trying. All right, thank you guys very much. I will talk to you later, and have a very good night. And honestly, watch out for lefties. Keep your head on a swivel. Sit with your back. Go to a restaurant, sit in the back with your back to a corner away from the door. Keep your eyes open, people. All right. Yes, stream later tonight. We'll see. We'll see, buddy. I might. To see if I can find something else to talk about. How's that? All right. Talk to you later. See ya.